Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Happy Friday. So today I have white rice and I have jalapeños, sour cream, cheese, and bacon to eat today. And I have some sriracha on my rice. Doesn't that look so good? So today I'm going to be talking about Sarah Winchester. But before I start talking about her, let me dig in. I have some Coke. And I also have some ranch. So, how was your guys's, week? And how is your weekend gonna, what are you guys gonna do for your weekend? I'm sorry guys, my days have been so off lately because I don't work, so I don't know what day is what day. So if you guys have ever had Trader Joe's white rice, it's so good. I want to try one of these, but with bacon on it. Bacon. See, my brain is scattered. Ranch. It already has bacon. I swear sometimes I don't even know what's going on sometimes. Ooh, look at that. It's really, really hot though. So I got these at Vaughn's. It was $3.99 for it. These are really good. You like my shirt today? I'm wearing a Michael Myers shirt. I think I counted 3 Michael Myers shirts that I already own. I got this shirt for me, my older sister, and my younger sister. And it's funny because they'll we'll all wear it at different times. We won't all wear it at once. I should have put more sriracha. I don't know if you guys do this, but I do. You might think I'm weird or gross, but I like ranch on my white rice. This is so good. When I was heating this up in the little convention oven, I was like, oh my god, it smells so good. Okay, so I was watching the Winchester movie, which I would say is probably one of my favorite movies. I've always wanted to go to the Winchester house, and that's definitely one of the places I want to go on my bucket list. Okay, so I wrote down everything because, like I said, I don't like to give out wrong things and stories, or I don't want to say something that's not true. So I write it down, and plus I have a really bad memory, so to try and remember everything at the top of my head would just be a disaster. So I was watching the Winchester movie, and I was also watching Ghost Adventures when they go to the Winchester house, and I thought it was pretty cool. It's like, that's gonna be my next like ghost story, I guess you could say. So sorry, I'm gonna get my paper. So Sarah Lockwood Winchester was born in summer of 1839 in New Haven, Connecticut. On September 30th, 1862, Sarah married William Ward Winchester, the only son of Oliver Winchester, the owner of the Winchester Repeating Arms Company. So basically, William's dad was the owner of the Winchester guns and rifles, and he was the only son. I mean, that's pretty cool to be like an only child and have money from your parents. I could dig that. So Sarah and William had only one daughter, Annie Parody Winchester. Sorry, that's my sister's spray that goes off. I think Annie Parody is such a pretty name. Like, when I was reading about it, I was like, wow, that's a pretty name. Unfortunately, Annie had passed away. Well, so they had Annie, and she was born on June 15th, 1866, and died on July 25th, 1866. So she was about, let's see, yeah, she was almost like a month old. Yeah, she's like June 15, yeah, so yeah, she's about a month. So she died of marasmus. I don't know if I'm saying that correctly. And they had no children after her. So I was looking into what the condition that she had was, and it was basically like her body wouldn't let her eat. So, excuse me. So she passed away because her body wasn't letting her get the nutrients and everything that she had, which is crazy because something like that happened to my son when he was about 2 months old, and I can tell that story in a different video if you guys like. So they never had any more kids. I'm pretty sure, you know, losing your first daughter can be, you know, something very stressful and very sad in your life. And, you know, they probably didn't want to have any more kids, and, you know, the same thing happening again. So I understand, you know. It must be hard to lose a child. Let me try some more of this. It's really hot still. So in March of 1881, William passed away of tuberculosis. That must be really hard for Sarah. She lost her daughter, and now she lost her husband. Like, I can't even imagine like what she was going through. So in 1886, she purchased a small 2-story farmhouse in San Jose, California. and later would be known as the Winchester Mystery Home. So when I was doing my research about this house, I was like, wow, this house is really beautiful, and it's really the way that it was designed, it's like so crazy. Like, it's crazy. I definitely recommend these. So go to Vaughn's and get these. I think what I think is really good in here is the sour cream. So, let's see. So on September 5th, 1922, Sarah died in her sleep of heart failure. She was buried next to William and her daughter Annie in New Haven, Connecticut. So after Annie and William passed away, Sarah started doing seances and using mediums to connect with her loved ones. You know, they had passed away, and, you know, she probably, excuse me, I have to sneeze. Okay. Sorry about that. And so, you know, she starts having seances and, getting in touch with mediums. And when they were building her house, she actually had them built her a seance room. And in that seance room, I believe they found like a lock of her daughter's hair and a lock of William's hair. And I think she would use that every time she would do a seance so that she could reach out to them. So these are the facts about her house, which is pretty crazy. So it's a 24,000 square feet house. The house has 10,000 windows, 7,000, or wait, is that? No, my bad. 2,000 doors, 160 rooms, 52 skylights, 47 stairways and fireplaces, 17 chimneys, 13 bathrooms, 6 kitchens, built at a price tag of the $5 million in 1923. Today, the house is worth $71 million. Let me just stop real quick. So she has 6 kitchens. Like, why that many kitchens if it was just her by herself? Because William had already passed away. And she has 13 bathrooms. Like, can I live there? Like, I want to have 6 kitchens and 161 bedrooms and 13 bathrooms. Like, me and my son would be so happy just living there. Minus the ghost. They would have to pay rent. I remember, I think I was like 8 years old when I got my first library card. I was like always the kid that would be reading about UFOs or America's Most Haunted. That was me. And I remember getting this book, and I think it was like America's Most Haunted Places, and the Winchester house was on there. And I remember like reading about her, and it's just funny, till this day I still remember like everything it said about her. So so the real question here is, was she really so she thought she was being cursed. You know, she thought that so she went to a medium one day, and the medium told her that I thought I wrote it down. Oh yeah. I said a medium told her that she was being haunted by the spirits of people killed by the famous gun, and she would die too unless she started building a house. The construction lasted 38 years. So I'm not saying that she's lying, you know, but I've never ever heard of ghosts telling somebody to keep building a house. Like, that's crazy, you know? And I think maybe back then she was so vulnerable because, you know, she had all this money, and you know, her husband is passed away and her daughter passed away, you know, and it's just her by herself. So, you know, maybe she thought in her head that it made sense, you know. But I definitely love the Winchester movie. It's definitely like a little bit different from the actual truth. Obviously, they have to make the movie interesting and whatnot. And I was reading something interesting. So back in 2016, they found a hidden room, and it had been closed off since like the 1900s, like I don't know what year, but so there was this really bad earthquake, and it damaged a lot of her house. And one of the rooms she got stuck in, which is a room that they found recently. And so she had it boarded up and sealed off because she was scared that there was spirits in that room that were trying to cause, I guess she thought they caused the earthquake or whatever. And so she had it boarded off. And back in 2016, they found the room. But I'm like, did they already know that it was there and they just waited such a long time to open it? You know, like, it's crazy. And there's pictures online of like what the room, it kind of looks like an attic room, and there's like furniture, there's like a doll, a stuffed cat, like a bunch of like small little things that you would keep in like your attic, you know, if you're not using. And so I thought that was pretty cool. So that means that there's 162 rooms, or maybe it's 161, and so maybe it was 160 rooms, and then they found that room and it became 161 because it didn't say anything about like now it's 162 rooms. So that could just be added. So now there's 161 rooms, which I think is so crazy. Like, imagine going in the house or getting lost in that house and there's just like all these rooms and you get lost. That's pretty crazy. But I definitely would love to go there one day. I looked it up to see how far it is from where I live here in California. It says it's like 5 hours from here, which, I mean, that's like from here where I live to Arizona, it's 5 hours. So, I mean, it's not that far. So maybe one day I'll just take a trip up there and probably call before to make sure that they're open, because I know a lot of places are barely just opening up right now, or started opening up right now because of COVID. But I was just so like, I thought it was pretty cool to find out like all these new things that I really didn't know about her in the house. Like, what do you guys think? Do you think she was really being haunted by spirits, or do you think like the medium was just lying to her and telling her things? I mean, I don't know why he would or she would, you know, like, oh, build this big house for what? Like, what was the purpose of it? So all I know is I wish I was related to her so that I could have the house. Me and my older sister last night were talking about the house, and I was telling her how I was going to do this video, and she was like, I was telling her, because I was reading somewhere that it said that every time they would count their rooms, they would come up with different numbers. She was telling me, she was like, I'll go count them for them. I was like, I'll go too. We can count each room. Oh, I just spilled some rice. But yeah, those are pretty good. This was pretty good lunch. The sriracha So my next video is going to be about the Conjuring house. I was actually going to do that one before I did this one, and I was actually like getting information and stuff like that about it, but I kind of wanted to do the Winchester house first and then do the Conjuring house. I was watching the Conjuring the other night by myself, and I don't know why I got scared, which makes no sense. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope you guys have a great weekend. Bye.